Hello everybody, it's Lisa Brown. How are you guys doing tonight? I decided I needed to go on a little bit earlier tonight, and normally I don't go on this early. No, I'm waiting for my computer here to come up so I at least can see what I'm doing here. And can see some comments. Yeah, I went from my page. I started thinking there just a second. It's not showing me up just yet. Hey Jackie, hey Tracy. I'm gonna use a there I am. I'm gonna use a Jennifer Pugh project that I bought off her website. I had the great privilege of meeting her in Texas. She is such a sweetheart. Hey Tina, hey Carol Ann. I was sitting in here digging, trying to get some stuff organized and get it put out. I had a really rough day at PT today. My shoulder is really sore, but we're going to do this quick project here. Well, not so quick. We're going to get it done. Hey Dawn, hey Karen. I'm going to go ahead and this is a shelf setter that I have, and this was black and it's all dingy and it's kind of beat up a little bit, and I decided we're going to crackle it, and then we're going to put on this cute little picture that I got from her, this cute little barn picture. Thank you, Lisa King Divine. How are you doing? Okay, we're just going to go ahead and leave the black down here, and I'm going to put some glue on it, and we're going to crackle it. Thank you, Deborah. He's really trying to get all of my mobility back. We got up to like, what did he tell me? 90 degrees today, and next week we're going to go to 120, and then the next week 180, and then I have my second post-op, and then hopefully by his calculations I'll be done the end of June, which I am so glad. Hey Deborah, if you guys would share this video out, I'd appreciate it. We are gonna try and crackle this. I'm just using regular school glue. And I probably should have got a bigger brush, but I didn't. But I'll have to get a bigger brush here to paint, because this would take forever. Hey Tina, hey Michelle, hey Sharon. Oh good, I'm glad you got the package yesterday. I mailed out a bunch of orders today. I'm glad it all got there okay. Because sometimes, you know, they're not very careful when they deliver stuff. Hey, Tina. Okay, I kind of want a thick coat on here. I should have used some stuff that I got from Tracy, but I left it in the house. I decided not to bring anything new out here until I get what I've got out here up. I think I'm going to go ahead and crackle the sides too, but we'll do the front first and then we'll do the back, or the sides. And then I'm just going to paint out the back. All right, we have a good coat here. Let me grab a bigger brush real quick. Let's see. Let's grab a foam brush. Here's a brush. We'll just use this brush right here. Hey, Chris from Oregon. Oh, goodness. Let me scoot up here in my chair. But yeah, my arm's doing better. It's just going to take some therapy and get it all done. I'm going to kind of put a thick coat on this. And I'm going to try to come down one swipe. Hey, Cindy. And I don't really want any globs because we're going to lay down this photo, and it kind of has a crackle, is why I decided to go ahead and crackle it. And we're going to put some blue oxide on it to kind of give it the same little look there. Hopefully this is going to crackle. You know, sometimes when you crackle, it's 50-50, whether you're going to get it or you're not. But I usually get pretty good luck if I just use school glue. Thank you, Betsy. Hey, Lois from Vermont. How are you doing tonight? We're going to leave Friday as soon as Jeff gets done and go down and see our daughter. Hey, Lou, what are you doing? My daughter, Lauren. All right, let's go ahead and crackle this. See her on here. We're going to go down and see Haley. We don't get to see her very often. Oh yeah, I'm definitely being careful, Sarah. Because I tell you what, this is the third one, and I really don't want to have another one. If I can avoid having a, what was it? A complete shoulder, new shoulder, I'd rather avoid it right now. Yeah, I'm definitely being careful. But I am not an early morning person since I retired. So having to be at PT at 7:30 this morning was a little tough. But we got it done. Hey, Joe. Ooh, that's crackling pretty good. We want to make sure it's good and dry. And then we're going to do the sides of it too. That'll give it a little bit more time to dry. Hey, Constance. How's Jeff? Jeff's doing good. He went and had his feet checked today, which he has to do that periodically. And he ran to town. I think he just got back. Oh, I know, Cindy. I tell you what. And it's slower for me getting around in the morning, too. I've been meaning to ask Sheila, there she is, if it's harder for her to get around in the morning, too. Because there's always something else that comes up. But I went ahead and went early tonight because I really need to work in the building, and I didn't want to have to stop. And I see a big goop right there. I want to kind of smooth that big goop down a little bit. Hey, Mary. Hey, Jimmy Lou. Jimmy Lou's here from the Messy Craft Corner. Oh, I know. It's a good reason to get up, isn't it, Sheila? Whoops, I really made that drip down there. I'm going to go ahead and crackle that side, but I put a big old drip on the side there. I must have raked it off. Hey, Shar. Yep, I'm early tonight. I have got to work in this building. And I found this board, and I saw a project, and I thought I better get it done. Oh, I know it, Sheila. I would too. If we didn't have the girls, I definitely would be sleeping later. Because they get us up early. Their mom usually drops them off about 7:15. Hopefully next week I can go and get Declan out of daycare and see him a little bit. I miss seeing him. Okay, I had a little bit too thick of a coat, but that's okay. It's still cracking. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Sue. Make sure this gets good and dry. Hey, Connie Bailey. You're still recovering from your right shoulder surgery over a year ago. It was very bad. Had to be sliced open. Oh, goodness. 7 anchors. That's a lot. Yeah, they didn't mind what they called a reverse shoulder surgery. I'd never heard that. They didn't do that the last 2 times. They had to clean up a couple other different things that was wrong with it. And then fix they took a piece off of the radial head muscle in order to patch the rotator cuff tear because there wasn't much tissue left from previous surgeries. Yeah, I am live. I know sometimes you don't see that live button at the top. Sometimes it disappears and it's hard to tell sometimes. All right, let's see if this is dry. I want to make sure it's good and dry because I want to make sure I don't ruin that picture there. We got some pretty big cracks in this. Oh goodness. I remember those days. But I can remember too working when Jeff would have Emma during the summer, and I would be so jealous because he would be here with her and I wasn't. Still working to get your strength back? That's good. I tell you what, shoulder surgery is nothing to laugh about because you don't realize how much you use your shoulder to just sit up or get up out of a chair or, you know, try to sit down in a chair. That's still wet right down here in this corner. Thank you, Linda. I didn't bring my glasses out here, so I brought my big MacBook. And that's about to fall off. Well, I'm not my computer off. Hold on just a second. I have it back a little bit too far. There we go. I brought Jeff's big MacBook out here. Mac desktop. And it's got a big screen, and so I can see the comments pretty easy. He's feeling pretty good. I made this Lazy Susan on a live a couple weeks ago. I needed something just a little bit bigger than the other one. Okay. I tell you what, instead of crackling the sides, let's just go ahead and paint out the sides. That'll be faster. That will be faster. So let's just go ahead and paint out the sides. Because we can always come back and distress it with some black. Because I've already painted this one side white anyway. Oh yeah, knees. I had knee surgery when I was 19 years old. Just on one knee. But you don't know how, whoops, I don't want to get that dripping on there. So let me wipe my edge off. And let's dry this and then we'll paint the bottom. You're from Kansas and had both rotator cuffs repaired? You know, it takes about a full year to get your strength back. I know the first surgery I had was bad, and it took a full year to get my strength back until one day I realized my shoulder didn't hurt. Rectangle? Oh, I bet that's handy. Yeah, it takes about a full year. But I didn't have no choice. I had to get this one done because I guess when I fell down those steps, I hurt myself more than I realized. Oh yeah, I tell you what, I say that a lot. I tell you what. Ooh, that's got a big old bubble right there. Let's see if we can mash that bubble down. You get a dry brush and see if I can mash that bubble down. It didn't want to crackle. Big old bubble. It's right by a big crack too. But I've had, this is the third one on this shoulder. And these are all from falls, believe it or not. And I've had one on this shoulder, 3 on this one, both elbows, and 1 hand with carpal tunnel, and 3 trigger fingers. So I should be like the bionic woman of surgeries. This is the first one I've had on my shoulders in a long time. Long time. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Well, it had just a big old bubble there. It's like the paint, almost like when you put a napkin down, it had a big old bubble. Hey, Lisa Hawkins. Okay, let's flip this up. That has still got a big old bubble. I may have to hit it with a sanding block. Let's paint this top part right here. And even if it gets on the back there, that's okay, because I'm going to paint that back out white too. But I can do it later. We'll do it later. Thank you, Shar. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Jimmy Lou. Let's dry our other side here. And I may have to sand that just a little bit and get it good and smooth. Miss the edge. That's okay, because we're going to distress it with some black anyway. We're going to distress it with some black. Oh, well, thank you for the star party. Dawn, that's funny. That is funny. All right. I'm going to have to get me a bigger heat gun. This one's a little slow, but it's good and hot. And it doesn't want to do what I need it to do either. Ah, thank you, Shar. It's going to take a little while to dry. No, it's a heat tool. It's a Ranger heat tool. It's real quiet, but it gets really hot. It doesn't blow real fast. But I bought this from Scrappy's Rustic. Okay. Now I think I'm going to have to use a little bit of sand paper right here just to smooth that down just a little bit, because I want to put this print on here. You can see where it's kind of crumbled up right here. Hey, Michelle. Okay, let's move all this back over. And let's pick this up and set it right there. Well, I found my grocery list I've got for the refrigerator. Found it in a sack in here. I've been looking for it for 6 months. Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Okay. This is a little thicker than normal. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of it. Oh, I don't want to use my good scissors either. Whoops. I'm getting a little dangerous here. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the white. And then we're going to use the water pen on the edges. We're just going to fray our edges a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take off most of this white. So if you guys ever go over to her page, it's Artist Jennifer Pugh, and get her link there and go to her website. She has tons of prints that you can buy. She's the one who did the calendar that went viral a few years ago. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and use my water pen here. I don't have a whole lot of water left in it, but we'll switch over to a brush if we run out. And I'm just going to squeeze my water down here on one side. This is still a little bit too small for our thing, but we're going to leave that crackle around the edge of it. And I'm pulling toward me because I'm going to use some of that ink. I want to see a little bit of that paper right there. If you pull it towards you, you'll see that paper. And if you pull it back, you won't see that little white edge. Hey, Dana. I love old barns too. We have an old barn here that's right in the front of our house that my dad and my uncle built back in 1979. And it's still standing. Oh, thank you, Carol Ann. But it's still standing, and I love to see it when the sun sets because it's right over the back of that barn. And knowing that he built it all those years ago. Hey, Connie from Virginia. Jeff and I met in Virginia at Lynchburg 41 years ago. We were just kids. Who would have thought? Because here in a few weeks we'll have our 40th wedding anniversary. Oh yeah, it is beautiful when the sun sets. Okay, now I'm just having to kind of pull it because it's not tearing as good as I'd like. That's okay. There we go. Now it's tearing a little bit better. I just need to hold it down some. We got one more side to do. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Tell you what, it doesn't seem like it's been 40 years. It flies by. And Jeff and I met in September, and we were engaged by Christmas and got married in June. So it was bang, bang, bang. And then he joined the military. I can't remember what day the 25th comes on, but I probably won't come live that night. I'll probably make him take me out to eat. Maybe on a Saturday. Which would be nice because we were married on a Saturday. You just had your 50th, Mary. Oh, congratulations, Mary. Okay, I just got a little tiny bit left. There we go. Now you can see I've got a lot of white here on the edges, and I'd rather have this white because it'll take the ink a little bit better. And I have some blue here I'm going to put on it. And I have, let me grab my, oh, let's see, let's do the walnut stain. So I see somebody say there's a genie on here. Oh, my mom's name was Emma Jean, but she was called Jeannie all of her life. Except my dad was the only person that called her Emma. But her name was Emma Jean. But everybody knew her as Jeannie. Oh, well, congratulations, Amanda. Okay, I'm just getting this white, and I'm just putting a little bit of dark on it. "65 years before he passed." Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry, Alvina. That's a long time. My mom and dad were 15 and 16 when they got married. And when we were teenagers, we didn't get to date until we were 16. They were married. They got married in 57, and my mom passed away in 14. I know it was after the 50th wedding anniversary. I have to go count it back up. I can't remember, but they were married over 50 years. Okay. I'm going to dry this ink because I don't want it to like run all over. So we're going to dry it. 26th is on a Monday. So our anniversary is on a Sunday this year. That should be my last day of physical therapy on Monday. Okay, let's dry that ink up. Now, you see here on this one how it has a lot of blue up here in the crackle? We're going to take this one right here, and we're going to put a little bit of this blue weathered wood look. And I'm just going to use this little brush here. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of work some of that in to kind of give it the same little look. Like that. Hey, Kathy, 67. On the 26th, well, happy birthday if I don't see you before then. I mean, our youngest kids are the twins, and they're 30 years old. I was 30 years old when I had them. And they turned 30 this February. He was in the Army. And he was in what they called the light battalion. They were active. They could go at any time. He was at Fort Ord. Maddie, if you go to the page called Artist Jennifer Pugh, she has a link there. And I don't think it's on let me see if it's on this right here. I can't read it, it's too small. But if you go to Artist Jennifer Pugh, and that's P-U-G-H, she has this one and several other ones on her website right now that are just the cutest prints. You had twins when you was 32? I tell you what, it sure makes for a different world when you have twins. I wouldn't go back and change it though, at all. I think we were probably a little more relaxed when we were 30 and we had them than having our oldest daughter at 21. Okay, I've got just a little bit of blue on there. Watch a little bit more over here on this side. Here, I think I'll do this. I think I'll go back and come on the sides right here just a little bit. Normally we would put like a dark color on this, but I want to have like the little blue because of the other. Yours are 20, and they will be 50 in October. Wow. I'm just waiting for the other twin, Haley, to have kids. She hasn't had any yet. And I try to tell her that, you know, sometimes when you get older and twins kind of run in your family, you know, you might be apt to have twins. And she told me, she said, Mom, I'll have a room ready for you. Okay, I kind of like that. That kind of made it a little bit darker all the way around. Oh, that's going to be pretty. I like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just use my regular school glue here. And we're going to put it down. What did I do with that brush? Well, let's just use this one right here. We're going to put this school glue down. And then we're going to let it dry. And I probably need to turn my iron on. Because I don't want any kind of bumps on my picture. I want it to lay down really good and flat. Really good and flat. Okay. Let's see. Let me find my iron real quick. I had it over here. And I moved it because it's recalled. And I don't know what I did with it. That's okay. I'm going to just stand up and do this. I'm going to use one of my Magnolia squeegees is what I'm going to do. Let's kind of get that up even. And let's just squeegee it out. Now this is going to be one that I'm definitely going to keep. It's too heavy to ship, and I love old Varns. Okay, let me tip it up so I can see. I need a little bit of glue down here. And I'll probably come back and find my iron and go over it just really good. And this has a patriotic flag up here on top too. It's really pretty. This squeegee's doing a good job. Okay, let's go ahead and dry it just real quick. Yeah, Vivian, I'm slowly working on it. I am in my shed. It's been a rough time having surgery during this time that we finally got it done. Oh, thank you, Chris. I have some ribbon here, but I don't know if I'm going to put a ribbon on it. I think what I'm going to do is I have some half beads, and I think I have a brayer, Kathy, but it's in the house. I did find it. I've been throwing anything that was wood related in this today. I thought it was in there, but it's not. I don't know where I put them. I thought maybe I might put 4 beads on here, like one in each corner to look like a nail head. I may have to find that and do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put a ribbon either. I think it'd take away from it. But right there is our cute little shelf setter. Just an old barn. I am, Crystal, doing pretty good. I can only get it 90 degrees up, but that's better than what they expected. I think that is really pretty. Whoops, this way. I'm backwards up here. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Vivian. Anyway, this was our little quick project. Well, not really quick. We've been here an hour. Our little project we did tonight. His appointment went good, Crystal. Really good. And there we go. I'm going to find my little half beads. And I'm going to paint them this dark blue. And I'll probably put one in each corner. Or I may do them in brown. Maybe a deep brown color. Thank you, Michelle. But anyway, there's a good look at it. And we're going to put it up. Please do a kit, as I don't have a kit of what, are you talking about the 4th of July one? That's my cover. Oh, Vivian, I'm so sorry. We've been on for a while. Hey, Michelle. Oh, really, Kathy? That's crazy. Yeah, we've been on. You might have to go back and watch the replay. It'd go a lot faster, that's for sure. Anyway, you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.